and welcome back to my channel, TorAthena, where today I have to put my phone on silent. Today I am doing a movie discussion. I don't want to say review because I'm not the best at reviewing movies, but I do have a lot of opinions about them and I want to discuss them. And today I want to discuss Beauty and the Beast. Oh, should probably mention before I begin this that there is a lot of spoilers. Do not watch this if you have not seen the movie. There will be spoilers, intricate spoilers, so do not watch if you have not seen the movie. Beauty and the Beast is Disney's latest live action movie to go along with things like The Jungle Book and Cinderella. And we all know the story of Beauty and the Beast. There is a prince who is very shallow and he gets punished for being shallow by being turned into a hideous beast, and the castle goes in an enchanted spell and someone has to say that he loves him before the last petal falls to break the spell. And who is going to be that damsel who saves the castle and the inhabitants in it but Emma Watson, who plays Belle. Everyone who has seen my reaction trailer to this movie was not happy with it. In fact, it was the most butthurt I'd ever gotten from a particular reaction trailer or any of my videos. I had people just basically tell me that I'm an idiot, that I shouldn't even go and watch the film because I won't appreciate it, to much more vile things, all for not liking the look of a trailer. And I admit, I hated the look of it. I don't really like Emma Watson as an actress. I didn't think she should be Belle. I don't really agree with these animations to live actions, if I'm being deadly honest. I thought Cinderella was awful. I haven't seen Jungle Book in all fairness. Heard that one actually is really good. And I just kind of thought there was no need. I have to be deadly honest though, since I watched it, my overall reaction is it is a lot better than I thought it would be. I actually thought Emma did a really good interpretation of Belle. Belle is this strong, independent woman, which Emma Watson very much is, and she plays that part very well. The only thing that Emma Watson can't really do is emotion, or just extreme emotion. So there was only one real time she annoyed me, and it was when the Beast is dying and he's dead and she goes, "I love you." It was ridiculous. If the love of your life, the person you love, is dead, I'm pretty sure you'd cry more than that. I think you'd be a little bit more emotional than that. But every other time, I'll be honest, it didn't really faze me. Ewan McGregor, who played Lumiere, was also not as bad as I thought. In the trailer, it is the most horrible, horrible French accent I've ever heard. And it's like, oh, what if she is the one? And that's pretty spot on. But I don't know whether it's just you get used to it or maybe he's improved since the trailer. I'm not really sure, but it didn't grate on me as much as I thought it was. The furniture I also really did not like the look of in the live action trailer. I still don't, I'll be honest, I still don't like it. But I can respect and appreciate the possible thought process behind it, because in my thinking, this is a lot more true to what the French decor would have looked like in a palace at the time, or chateau, and it would have been very intricate. It would have been extremely detailed, exquisite, elaborate, and ridiculous, where in the Disney it is very plain, it's very simple, and that's just not what would have been in a palace of that time. As much as I liked certain little tweaks to the live action versus animation, I am really happy the intro was really spot on. I don't know why, but I felt like it set the tone very well. That they were going to be true to Disney, but there would be tweaks. Everyone said Emma Watson should have been dubbed. I do not agree with that. I think it's worse when they're dubbed. I think it can be very obvious when they're dubbed. I don't think Emma Watson can sing very well, but I'll be honest, her singing was one of the least of my problems with this film. I think, yeah, there were some notes that were flat, but I would much rather have be flat than dubbed. What should have happened, if you're going to get someone that can sing to dub an actress, get the singer to be the actress. I know that sounds awful because some actors can't sing and some singers can't act. Find someone who can act and sing. Only then I think it's fair. You don't hire an actress who can't sing to be in a musical. It's as simple as that. I thought the extra songs added in, although there was only like a very small handful of them, were very unnecessary. However, the Beast's I'll Wait. I don't actually know what his title of his song would be, but the one he sings where he's like, I'll wait for her, that actually made me cry. It was incredibly theatrical. I could imagine that being played on a stage, not in a film, and I really liked it. It reminded me of like Les Mis style songs. Luke Evans, who played Gaston, was absolutely exceptional. He portrayed Gaston so perfectly. He looked the part, he played the part, and his singing was beautiful. I liked the fact that it actually had accuracies from the fairy tale too, where Maurice would go into the rose garden and pick a rose, and that's why the Beast attacks him, where that doesn't actually happen in the Disney version. And I liked that. I liked the fact that each petal had an actual effect that they didn't really show in the cartoon version. In the cartoon version, they kind of just imply that when the last petal falls, they will remain furniture pieces, but they'll still be alive, where in this, they get rustier and more inanimate, and they are losing their actual soul and essence of life. And I loved that. I loved that every time a petal fell, Lumiere's hinges would get rustier and parts of the castle would crumble. It made so much more of an impact to how dire the situation was. I'll be honest, the worst part of the film for me was the CGI. It ruined it. I honestly probably would have given this film a 9 out of 10, an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, let's say an 8.5 out of 10. But the CGI was so bad, especially from Disney, who literally wrote the book on animation. I have to I would honestly lose 2 points for this. I'd honestly give it a 6.5 out of 10 now, all because the CGI was so bad. And the furniture wasn't that bad. The panning of the castle was obviously CGI, but I can kind of, no, I hated it so much. And the Beast was atrocious. His physics was off. Whenever he would leap or move, there was no weight to his movement. It was so off. And whenever you have something that's CGI in a live action comparison, it is very obvious unless it's done exceptionally. And Disney have that budget. Disney have that budget. They spend so much on so many things that you would think are ridiculous. Like, someone told me that they spend $10,000 on the Belle dress just in Disneyland. Every dress, $10,000 for a Belle dress. If they can do that, they can pay for the CGI or pay for the makeup. I personally think it should have been makeup with CGI enhancements. But apparently there is no longer any evidence of this on Google, but apparently there used to be, which is very interesting, that Dan Stevens, who was playing the Beast, was meant to be wearing makeup, and there was actual sketches and prototypes of what it was meant to look like, and apparently it looked amazing, but he had some sort of hissy fit and refused to do it. I am heartbroken if that's true, but it is no longer available to find on Google apparently if you search. I'd love to find it, I'd love to see it, because I didn't even know this was a thing until someone who works in production told me. But this is all rumours and hearsay because I haven't found any actual evidence. But I'm heartbroken this wasn't the case, and even if it was the case or wasn't, they should have used makeup. They should have used special effects with CGI enhancement because it just looks awful. My favourite song was Kill the Beast, more because it was absolutely breathtakingly exceptional. It was the one biggest song in it that was still so accurate to the animation, and then the feel of it was incredible. The audience, the rest of the people singing, the rest of the cast was amazing. The direction of the entire scene was perfection. Where it starts, where it ends, what happens in between, it was just goosebumps thinking about it. That's what it was. The rest of the film was a pretty solid remake, if I'm honest, and I actually enjoyed every minute. LeFou as well was possibly one of my favourite characters because he was the perfect level of comic relief, and he did so well as an actor portraying LeFou. It was amazing. He was the comic relief that is usually the forgettable character but enjoyed throughout the film, but he stood his ground and made the character his own to the point where he becomes one of your favourites. I loved it. So yes, I officially announced that I was wrong to a point. I was massively wrong that I wouldn't enjoy it. I was massively wrong that I thought it'd be a terrible film. The only thing I wish is the CGI was better, and honestly it would have been a fantastic film. Comment below, what did you think of the film? Did you think it was perfection? Did you think it was terrible? What did you think of Emma Watson? Oh my gosh, how did I not mention the dress? The dress, I am actually one of the few people that like it. I actually really like it. However, it is not true to the time, I do not think. France was so elaborate and full of themselves that they would have made that one heck of a spectacular ball gown dress. If you can have the beautiful blue dress that Cinderella has, you could have a beautiful yellow dress that Belle has. But however, as a design on its own, I like the dress. I think it's really pretty. I loved more how it flowed, and I loved the layers of it, but I can understand why other people would find it underwhelming. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry that this is just a quick messy camera vlog and it's not as pretty as I usually has, but I just had to get it out there. I had to talk about this film. So thank you so much for putting up with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.